So I asked you guys to comment on the airlines being bailed out by the government, and you guys delivered. Let's talk about it.
Come and fly away with me. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come.
Thank you guys so much for commenting on my last video about being furloughed again, and that the government is bailing out the airlines, especially the flight attendants. It was great to hear you guys' opinion. You did not disappoint. Now I know for some of you it was hard to make a comment because you know I'm in the airline industry and you left me private messages, so I do appreciate that, and I also took that in consideration. But yeah, you wanted to hear my opinion about why the government should or shouldn't pay for a bailout. I think the word bailout kind of puts a salt grain in people's mouth because it feels like they're saving the airlines by giving them the money, but they're actually giving the airlines a loan. The airlines have to pay that money back, and they also have a stake in some of the airlines. So I think like my airlines, the government has 2% stake in the airlines now. So if something happens to the airlines, the government loses also the 2% stake that they have. Once the airlines are successful, they're supposed to pay about 80% of that back, keeping the 20% if they keep their employees. And that was the difference between when the financial institution and as well as the auto industry was bailed out by the government. All that money had went to the CEOs and they went to the shareholders, and they also bought back shares and just helped out more Wall Street than Main Street. So all the unions collectively of all the airlines got together and said, we're not gonna let this happen this time. When we get the money from the government, we wanted to go to the employees, keeping them in their jobs, keeping their medical insurance and everything. So part of the stimulus package is something called payroll stimulus package, where the money coming from the government, I think it's about $2 billion, it goes directly to the employees of the airlines, not just flight attendants, but ground crew, management, personnel, and it can only be used for that. If they use it for anything else, they would have to pay the loan back. I work for one of the largest airlines in the world, so that means we have the most employees in the world, so we are laying off a lot of employees, not just flight attendants, but ground crew, management. So we got a big chunk of that stimulus package. The only way that my company accepted it was that they had to keep the employees on, and they did up until April 1st, and then sent out what they call a WARN notice, notifying if they have a couple of thousand people being furloughed, they have to have a 60-day notice that they're being laid off, basically. So my company went ahead with that process. So we will see. So I thank you guys so much for commenting. I also have a community page where you guys, if you still want to leave a comment regarding government bailout, I still want to hear from you, so just let a brother know. So it is Super Bowl weekend, and I have no idea who's in the Super Bowl. Well, I actually do know who's in the Super Bowl because I Googled it and know that Kansas City and Tampa Bay is in the Super Bowl, and for the first time ever in the Super Bowl history that the same team that's in the Super Bowl is hosting the Super Bowl itself. Good thing it's in Florida because that's the only state that is allowing sports to have fans in the audience, and they're having about 30,000 fans. Most of them are healthcare and the medical field, as well as people who are already been vaccinated and have high security, and good for you because San Francisco, I don't see us seeing any kind of sports thing for a long time. I myself used to be a football star back in the 80s when I was in high school. I played the cornerback, and I was a big fan of the San Francisco 49ers back when Joe Montana, Dwight Clark, Ronnie Lott were all in the Niners, and the Niners were always predicted to be in the Super Bowl. And I am from a little town called San Mateo, California, and if you're a big Tom Brady fan, you know that that's his hometown. I'm a little older than him, so I didn't know who the Bradys were. But a little known fact is that I am related, I don't even should be telling you guys this, but I am related to O.J. Simpson. Probably about 4 or 5 cousin distance down. He was a good friend of the family back in the 70s when Juice was playing for the Niners. That's all I'll say about that. But yeah, that's a fun known fact about me and my family. It is winter, right? It is almost 70 degrees here in San Francisco, California. So we decide to walk in the neighborhood, take little Chloe out, and meet some friends here, and get some grooming.
Who was that?
That was her.
That was not her.
Yes, it was.
Was that really?
That's a big, look at her, she's putting her legs up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go some sunblock.
Today is a very special day. It is my 17th year anniversary with Kelly. And it's also Super Bowl day, so we thought our anniversary is more important. So we're taking a boat out with some friends. It was a surprise, I didn't know who was going to be here, so now I know. I think everybody's here, but do you know what boat we're on by chance?
Does anybody want a beer?
No.
It's probably this one.
The privateer.
That's what I would get.
Okay, it looks big. I'm not a tiny boat kind of a girl. I need a big boat. So that's what we're doing. We're cruising in the San Francisco Bay for about an hour and a half, I think you said. Say hey to America.
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 I didn't introduce you to Robert.
We all
Oh, sorry.
We did.
You're too late.
I would have been a total wreck with Chloe up here.
This is the first time without Chloe.
Unless you have her like in her little pouch.
Hello.
There's Alcatraz.
This is good to win right here.
Hey.
Hey.
What you doing with the champagne? Are you wasting it?
Do not waste champagne.
So how you like the cruise?
This is so much fun.
17 years. You still like me?
I love you.
Oh, wow. Y'all heard of me?
And I like you.
I got the receipts. We're drinking champagne ghetto style. Look at that. There they are. Leave us alone. Hey, girl, hey. Is that the seal or is that Brad? They're posing. There's a close-up of the world-famous Alcatraz Island, now known as Indian Land, 1970. Well, folks, that was the boat ride. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now we're gonna get off the boat, and I don't know what's next, so you're gonna have to stay tuned. Bye, girl, bye. So much fun, I forgot to film that we were having dinner here near the pier over.
Hillstone.
What?
Hillstone.
What?
Hillstone.
Anyway, back to me. Focus. On our anniversary. But I ordered the ribs. Let me show you. Oh, he was tore up, I think. So this is my rib, what's left of it. Eduardo got the ribs. Was it good?
It's good. Yeah.
He hasn't had solid food this month.
Kelly's plate was gone. He was so hungry. Brad has salmon.
I have the salmon
Delightful. And a Negroni.
Nice glass of Chardonnay.
and champagne.
Shrimp.
Now I got heartburns, but okay. So it was pretty good, folks. I wish you were here.
Pretty good.
Bye, girl. It was good. And my husband planned all of this with the help of Brad. That's Brad. And so I was surprised. I normally don't get surprised and I hate surprises. I like giving surprises, but I don't like receiving surprises. So that was a lot. That's the way I am.
Because you gotta